game in about 3 months, so it's going to be interesting. See if I can pull up my chat real quick here on my other screen. I don't even remember what I was doing. It's been so long. I decided a long time ago, as anybody decides to join me, that I was going to play this. I was going to play this entirely on stream, which just kind of means that I would be forced to do more streaming, but also, you know, that everybody could see what it was. But I kind of fell off from playing for quite a while.
Aren't you? Cloud,
I just ran out of time in midsummer.
Soldier turned problem solver.
So I'm going to try to bring this in a little bit more when I'm done writing for the night. It was a good routine.
I am pretty upset. The kids are still off doing patrols, even though it's now time for their lessons. Not a single one of them has come back yet.
Look at that silly thing on her dress.
Is that a
The,
leaf
like,
house thing?
dog.
Something they do to help out?
That's right. In return for the donations we receive, the kids go around town picking up litter, running errands, that kind of thing. I don't suppose you've seen any of them, have you? You see, I have some important plans this evening, and I really need to go and get ready.
Would you like us to go round them up?
That would be wonderful. There are 5 of them out on patrol right now. They all wear homemade swords on their backs, so they should be easy to spot.
The lip animations of the NPCs are kind of janky. I don't hate them, but they're a little janky. This is another reason I like stopped playing this for a while. Is like I can tell you get to these rest points where it's like, okay, do some MMO light fetch quests, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. This is like the worst part of the game. It's like walking around and doing little tasks for townspeople. I walked past something. Where is it? Is there a kid here? I mean, it's like showing that I'm right by it. So I have no idea what I'm supposed to look for here. It's just an example. It's like, what am I? I'm supposed to find some kids with like some makeshift swords on their backs. Maybe it's all around here. I just kind of look around for them. Is this girl like peeing? No, they're just squatting down for no reason. Oh, here's one. Yeah, I think I just have to look around for him.
Oh, Cloud? Hey there. How goes the patrol?
What's up, guys?
There's a lot more people on the streets than usual. Maybe because they
Secrets of Evermore.
Well, you've been keeping a very sharp lookout.
Yeah.
But don't you think you're forgetting something important?
Oh, Miss Folia's lessons.
How many chapters do you think you have left? Of what is the question? Of the book I'm reading, of the book I'm writing, and then how long the chapters, I don't know in this. I don't know how many chapters are left in this. I have to keep looking at my map because I feel like the map is just not, the mini map is like a little too, you know, a little too, not that great. Oh, I found one kid. Oh, here's a chest. Got 200 gil. I think that's enough to buy a toothpick in this game. It's kind of funny, like playing some. Oh, look, she's got a little Buster sword on her back.
Hey there. How goes the patrol?
Great. I've been picking up garbage and giving people directions. Plus, I helped an old lady cross the street.
You've been busy.
It's a normal day for me. Gotta work hard. The house depends on people's donations. Oh no! I'm late! Did you see Miss
I'd like to
Folia?
get all the way through this
Is she
game.
mad?
I really do like the
I
gameplay.
gotta go.
But man, it's
I'm sorry.
it's such a slow presentation of just not even 1/3. It's not even disc 1 of the original game. Yeah, this is like disc. You know, you're doing like the first half of disc 1.
You scared me.
Hey there. How goes the patrol?
I've been watching them really close. I'm trying to learn all about the business.
You want to open up a shop of your own someday?
Yeah, so I can earn lots of money. and
Earn
use it
lots
to
of
help
money.
the house. The teachers don't like to talk about it, but we know the donations.
Waiting for your next playthrough. Yeah, the whole town's made of garbage. Here's the thing, you know, not to offend anybody that's from Brazil, there are totally places in like Rio and not just Rio, but like, but I think of Rio because Rio's got some slums that almost look like this. Like people just build the houses. You know, they just like will build their houses out of old fences and stuff because that's what they could do. And it's like buy a dump and their job is to go through the dump and find recyclables. And it's like that's their life. Like there's places on Earth that this is what it's actually like. You can also, I'm trying to remember what it was called. There was this super dense place. It's in China. It's in Hong Kong. That was basically the most densely populated place on Earth. That was like this, but just going up into the sky.
This place is haunted.
You know, like a building that is also this. Until the Chinese government like destroyed it because it was so unsafe. You know, the people would like run raw electricity wires to their apartment.
Wow, you're that soldier, right? Can I ask
Trying to
you
remember
a
what it's
super
called.
important
Ugh, can't
question?
remember it.
I heard bad people broke the Mako reactor.
I immigrated from a refugee camp in Thailand, and it's worse than
Is
this.
that true?
I totally believe it.
Who knows?
You know,
But isn't there something else you should be worried
I'm sitting here
about right
playing this game in the first world,
I forgot about Miss Folia's lesson.
and I'm like,
I gotta head back to the house.
there's places in the world now that are like this, and we just don't. I don't know. You never have to confront them. I was gonna say Mexico, but like I've never been anywhere really like in Mexico that was bad like this. You know, like the poor places still have just houses. Maybe they're not in great repair, but they're not made out of literal garbage. But you know, the people that are in like really extreme poverty. Like, what option do you have? You know, you gotta live somewhere. You gotta keep the rain off your head. So you do what you can. You know, and this is another thing about like our housing regulations, say here in the U.S., that people often don't think about is that we have all these codes for buildings that make the buildings like safe and quote habitable for people, and they adhere to this certain standard.
You sound very determined.
Then you run up with this problem where inevitably not everyone can actually afford to buy the minimum code.
Who knows what might blow up next?
So
I guess that means
in the
more
19th
children
century,
come to the house.
people would just like build a shanty on the edge of
A
town,
lot more work to do.
you know,
Speaking of teachers,
and there was nobody really kept track of deeds
Oh man, I can't wait
on
for
land
life.
nobody
I
owned.
have to
So,
get back right now.
you know,
That's everyone. Let's go back to the house.
so we have homelessness because there's no option besides like you live in a pre-made apartment on government assistance is like the lowest tier in the U.S., right? Or you're homeless. Like there's no in between. There's no like, oh, I built my crappy house on the edge of town. Like that basically went away, I don't know, 70 years ago. I don't know if that's a good thing, but like it definitely creates more homelessness for people who can't really check into society enough to do that minimum amount of work and that minimum amount of interaction and actually like have a,
Children finally came back.
you know, government
thanks to you
assisted
two.
property or
You've been a
something.
great help. Okay, everyone, come inside. It's time to hit the books.
You guys, the Toad King's back.
Yeah, crowded
I saw him near
buildings.
the hideout.
We gotta do something about him.
The Toad King?
A weird, creepy monster we've seen near the hideout lately. He wears a crown and walks around like he owns the place.
That's it.
If he's not a
That's
king,
it.
he's gotta be
Thank you,
monster
Handsome Moore.
royalty at
It's
least.
Kowloon Walled City.
I bet a soldier could beat him
Yeah,
up easy.
Kowloon Walled City
Oh,
is.
yeah, real easy.
I
Here's the thing.
I read a book on it years ago, and it was just one of the most fascinating
We don't
reads
have
ever.
any money.
It was like this cyberpunk
The Wasp
dystopia
wouldn't
just
ask for
existed in
When
China.
we ask any other grown-ups for help, they'll find out about the hideout, and that'll be it.
We really don't want to lose the hideout. Come on, help us. Oh, and we'll give you some cool treasure if you do.
Oh, cool treasure.
If that's not enough, I'll pay the rest of your fee once I open my shop.
Yeah,
we
Brian, you're
want
right.
help, then
There's
we'll
all these
just have
empty
to kill
homes and everyone's living on the
ourselves.
streets. It's really bizarre, and
I'll do it for 3 gil.
it's because you have a lot of market interference.
I'm offering a special discount right now on Toad King jobs. Looks like it's your lucky day.
Awesome! Now that's
You know, and
my kind of bar.
there's downsides to like not having building regulations, obviously, because somebody's gonna live in a house that's gonna fall down on them, and they're gonna, you know, you're gonna have to deal with that. But you know, also basically all the land is completely managed and owned in a legal sense in the U.S. So you can't find an empty plot of like there's empty land all around me. There's even little shanty houses like out in the country where I live, and I drive by one all the time on my way into town to like go to the store. And it's like it's a little bit worse every time I'm there, but there's somebody living there. There's a satellite dish on this roof, and the roof is made of like a nylon tarp. And there's a half fallen down barn that somebody lives in. You know, it's really bizarre that this stuff is still there. But for the most part, you can't just like, oh, well, there's no one here. There's no one in this spot. You can't build something there because somebody legally owns it. Oh yeah, here's this guy that you can buy stuff from.
Stop running away from me.
Well, what do you think? Do I have what it takes?
And that was how people on the lowest rung of society had to live. You know, at least in, say, Europe and stuff. Was they, you know, you had to live somewhere where no one was or no one cared about kicking you off the land. Yeah, if your feudal lord technically would, like, probably own the land, I guess.
Brace yourself.
So your feudal lord might technically own the land, but they didn't really kick you off. Like, peasants just kind of lived on the land. And in the 19th century, it used to be a cool thing to have a hermit live in your garden. In, like, Victorian England. So you get homeless people to just kind of live in your garden and, like, provide some weird hermit ambiance. That, triple slash.
Is that it?
It's hedgehogs. Imagine, like, running into a real monster like that. That would be a very strange animal. Yeah, the music is the old music, but just better. Female empowerment equals living as a whore without shame. That's the message of this game.
Leave
Really?
this to me.
I don't think so.
There you go. I don't remember what does damage to these guys. Let's try fire. Oh, that does pretty good. That's pretty good damage.
Around.
There's like a... Oh, there it goes. I love how in Square Enix games things kind of dissolve into like fluorescent dust.
I've got this.
I don't know, it's just something about it. Like they do it in a bunch of them. Like Last Remnant, things just kind of dissolve into this multicolored dust that just looks cool. It's like rather than blood, they do this.
That wasn't so bad.
I kind of like it. It's just a flavor of this. I will say about this game though, like if you're looking for the story, you should just play the original. There's a lot of cool gameplay in this game for sure, and I do like it. Oh, this guy's like rocking me. He's knocking me down. Oh, there's a Hedgehog King. Yeah, they're jumping on me. Potions do that.
Still in it.
I don't remember what these guys are vulnerable to. I'm guessing ice.
Don't overdo it.
Oh, she's out of it.
I got it.
Well, I could actually die here because I don't remember how to play. That'll be fun. I know this sounds weird, but I kind of like dying in a game simply because it's.
I'll take care of them.
It indicates that there's like actually a failure state. Not like.
My turn. Won't last long. I won't give up. Take the lead.
I'm coming. Buckle up.
Whatever.
Thanks for the recommending Dimhov. Have you heard Wilderun's latest album? I haven't. I'm trying to find time to listen to the new Shores of Knoll album. They sent me an advanced copy, access to the advanced copy. I don't even think they're done with the final mix yet, but it's pretty cool. It's a one-track album like Dope Smoker. Should be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Got a Marion recently that legalized parking your cars on your front lawn. Whether or not you like it makes things look a lot less nice. Probably also decreases the market value of the neighborhood. I don't know, though, if everyone's doing it, though. Yeah, she's gonna die.
Go on.
Spells, blizzard.
Guess it wasn't meant to be.
Oh, yeah, she's dead. I think I can resume. Retry from last battle. There we go. Get a little bit more on top of what I'm doing. Ever played a Souls game? First one, Dark Souls. I've also played Demon Souls. I don't have it on the PS3. I should actually get it. You can get a lot of old PS3 games right now really cheap. And there are some good ones. You know. Can't handle the ending to play it again. The ending of the game. All right.
Come on.
I'm
Here we
with
go.
you. Let's go.
Do that.
All right. Weakness to frost. Okay.
It's on you.
I'm coming.
Have to block that, I think.
Stop it.
Yeah, getting rocked here. No, yeah.
What? Everything's spinning.
Guessing you have to like block that ahead of time. Anyway, I'm definitely dying here. Let's retry that. How do you stay motivated? I have difficulty staying on task, especially when I'm close to achieving my goal. How do you stop small failures from blowing the whole thing up? Just have to stick to the process. You have to establish a process which is perpetual. You know, whatever it's going to be. You know, and you look at the big picture to, you know, keep you focused on what you're doing. Like, oh, I'm getting closer to my goal. But you know, you're gonna miss a day here and there. Can't let it get to you. You know, maybe you have a bad day. You know, sometimes I throw out what I've written. You know, spend a whole day writing something and then I throw it out because I just don't think it's very good.
together.
I'm coming. That
Yeah.
was close.
Yeah, do I block this? I'm not sure how I do this. It's been 3 months since I played this game. I clearly don't know what I'm doing.
Feeling pretty
Let's
weak.
do this.
Hear her.
I should probably heal up first.
I'll put you on ice.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're gonna have to like hit block before they come up and do that. Yeah, let's try that again. Do you guys agree with Highland's rules? I kind of do. I think it's a good idea to just, like, you know, everything you write you want to publish. You don't want to rewrite. This is a thing, the whole idea, like, that you have to do a bunch of rewriting, I don't think this comes from real writers. I think this comes from, like, amateurs. I think it comes also from just people who have this 19th century idea of a struggling, like, artist that all he cares about is the art, and he's given totally over to the art, and blah, 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 rather than a craftsman who knows what he's doing.
Let's go.
Or else.
And me, I'm more like, you should be,
Don't overdo it.
Here goes. Stay back.
Stop it! Buckle up. I'll put you on ice.
It's your turn.
I got this. Take the lead.
I'm coming.
man, I'm doing, like, no damage to these guys.
Hang back.
I'll put you on ice.
Go on.
All right, well, we got him down. Good. Let's do here and south.
Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do.
Still in it. Take the lead.
So it's my turn? Hey! Don't catch a cold.
Come on. Taking over.
I'm coming. What the? Can you handle them?
Hang back. Keep it together.
I should probably heal up first.
I'll put you on ice.
Oh. Come on, there we go.
Go on! You can do it!
I got this.
One more shot.
Let's finish this.
This one's for you.
There we go. Well, boy, that was a little bit challenging, considering I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Return to the Leaf House. Yeah, let's do it. Quest accomplished. To actually remember how to play this game. God, why can't I press the square button and win? It's a Square game. It's published by Square. Shouldn't I press the square button and win?
Did you defeat the Toad King?
Yep. Kicked his butt real good.
Awesome! I knew you could do it!
Oh, Danger
now
Bay.
We don't have to worry about the king and his smelly friends. Thank you so much! Here.
But there's no hard and
this is
fast
for
rules
you.
for writing.
The treasure we promised.
That's one of my
It's
rules.
definitely worth
Let's
it
break the rules.
Okay, kids.
One of Arnold
Playtime's over
Schwarzenegger,
for
6
now.
rules for
I've
life.
prepared a special
Break the
assignment
rules.
for everyone. One that I expect you to finish today. Understood?
Yes.
I don't really
Yes,
play
Miss
very
Folia.
many puzzle games. So anyway, staying motivated, if you just
I appreciate you getting rid of the Toad
have a
King.
really solid
Wow, Miss Folia, you must know
routine.
all their secrets.
that's going to
Oh,
just keep
if
you going.
only.
Yeah,
Easier
sometimes you
said
got to
than
toss
done.
stuff out. Sometimes you waste
They're
the
always on
day.
the move,
Sometimes you don't do a good
looking for
job.
new adventures,
That happens.
Chasing new dreams.
You just do it.
All while
each
trying to
day's a
make
new
the
day,
lives
you
of
know.
everyone around them just a little bit better. I try to make sure they don't stumble and fall, and when they finally do, I help them back up.
Sounds exhausting.
Sometimes it is. But I want the children to know that until they can stand on their own 2 feet, that I'm here to support them, care for them, love them.
Yeah.
But even
Highlands
if we're not
rules aren't
actually
really for
related,
writing. It's really just
we're still
for
a family.
how you approach the
But we're a
craft so you
family
can actually
in all
finish
the
stuff
ways that matter.
and not
If
be
I can
like
do that for them,
pretentious and never finishing
well,
what you did.
Then maybe I'm making this world a better place.
I know you are.
My predecessor taught me everything I know. I just took up his torch and ran with it,
Ouch.
I guess. Not that I'm anything close to what he was. Biggs is one of a kind. Oh no! I've completely lost track of time!
Oh, the Hermit is a literary
Do you
character.
have somewhere you need to be?
More
I mean,
like a
really-
dream I need to fulfill.
I mean, Hermitage.
again for your
I mean,
help.
being a hermit. It's, you know, that's
I wonder
there are
what
saints
kind
that
of
are
thing
hermits.
she's chasing tonight.
No idea.
Saint Anthony of
Thanks again
of
for
Egypt.
saving our hideout from the king. In return,
Saint Anthony
I'd
the
like
Great too
everyone
was a
know
hermit.
You guys can join the game as special guests. If you want to know more, then come
Yeah,
to the
I
hideout.
actually have a chapter, not a chapter, but I have a section in the book, in the Keys to Prolific Creativity book, on writing groups in particular that I'm not very nice about them. I'm not very like, you know, you can do them, but the thing is that they're just not. At the end of the day, they're not going to be as helpful as you think they are. For one thing, if you need that external motivation, that's one thing. Like, oh, I got to get it done because the writing group's going to look at it. But if you're looking at the writing group as a way to improve your craft, it probably won't. Most of the writers that are there aren't going to be at a high enough level that they can actually give you good feedback. You need to hire an editor for that. I've had editors on the channel a bunch, like Brian Niemeyer, a bunch of times, and Brian is an editor. Besides being a very experienced
Now
author,
that things are starting to settle down a bit.
so if you have him edit your manuscript, he's going to give you feedback that is
I forgot.
really directed
There's this
towards
tired-looking guy out by the community center.
your genre if you're in
And
science
I heard he
fiction.
was looking for some help.
So he's someone who knows the genre as well as the craft. It's gonna be a lot more help than somebody who's never finished a book telling you what you need to change. You know what I mean? So that expert help is probably way more efficient, even though it costs money. You just have to kind of look at your time. If the writing group motivates you and that's the value, then that's what it is. But you can find that with other ways, like post 1,000 words a day on a blog, or like, what I was doing very early on is I was just sending stuff to my wife before I was married to
Hey,
her.
Cloud, you're just in time for our favorite game, Whack-a-Box.
And we were actually living in
It's
separate
super
cities at the
fun.
time.
The rules are easy. The person
So we
who
weren't
whacks
seeing
the most
each other all that
boxes
often,
is
so
crowned
I'd
champion of the hideout.
send her like 1,000 words a night.
We usually don't let adults play, but
And she really
since you're
was into it.
cool,
She loved it.
We're gonna make a special exception just for you.
So if you read like City of Silver, that was written 1,000 words at a time to my wife. Play Whack-a-Box. I don't know if I want to play a minigame, but we're going to hit it. We're going to play Whack-a-Box. If you really wanted an afro, do you think your hair could possibly facilitate your desire? My hair? No. I mean, I have to do... I don't know what I'd have to do to it. I don't have Afro hair. My hair... I have Celtic hair. So... Destroy as many boxes as possible within the time limit. Okay. Alright.
Alright.
Hold on.
This one's wrong. No holding back.
I think if I hit it with Punisher mode, I can actually kill this box. There we go.
Let's get this over with. Let's do this. Sorry.
Oh, this is like more time right here. Look. There we go. 10 seconds. Oh, if you keep hitting the boxes, they like keep doing like extra things here.
This won't take long. Sorry.
26,000.
Let's do this. So long.
There we go. Time's up. I didn't get the time. 30,000. Target score is 10,000.
Wow, Cloud! I've never seen anyone do that before.
I never saw Alien Covenant.
See? Pretty fun, right? Play with us again.
Yeah, it's late
right?
here. It's almost 1. But I wanted to play a game. It's Friday. Moogle medal
Feels
obtained.
good to help people out, doesn't it?
It does, Aerith. That's right.
You having fun yet?
Heaps.
Then you can't be afraid to show it more. Don't forget, it's all about service and salesmanship.
I'll leave that to you.
All right.
Now, I had a
Don't think
friend.
You can rely on me forever, mister.
I had a friend in
Wasn't
college who
planning
was
to.
Jewish,
That's good.
and he had like the
'Cause
Jew
I can
afro,
get a very good salary.
which like some Jewish people have the Jew afro, right? He had leukemia, right? And all his hair fell out from the chemo and all the other crap they did to, make him live, right? And when it grew back like really way more straight. That was a really funny thing. Like he had a full on like red afro, and then nope. When it grew back, it was like long and straight. Not straight, but like like Celtic hair, like kind of curly. So his hair came back completely different from how it was. Weird things. Jesse Smollett. Jesse Smollett. Is it Jesse? Jesse? I haven't heard about that guy in a while since he felt so compelled to fake a hate crime. I don't know what he was thinking. But you know what? That's not the first time something like that's happened. If you remember, there was a girl in New York that thought she'd get in trouble, so she like covered herself in dirt and feces and threw herself in a dumpster and said a bunch of like white cops raped her. Turned out like that was a literal impossibility, but there was a huge... What was her name? Oh man, it was she faked the whole thing. She faked the whole hate crime to try to, because she was afraid of her abusive father. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like she was an evil girl or anything, but she didn't want to be abused by her father, so that was her excuse for being out doing things she wasn't supposed to.
The talk of the town?
Yep.
I'm Damon. Little more than a humble reporter with the Daily Buzz.
The Daily Buzz, oh boy.
The one that's always printing awful rumors about the slums?
On the contrary, my dear.
If it was really like the Daily Buzz, it'd be printing awful rumors about...
We seek a better future for everyone.
Man, I don't know, it's been so long since BuzzFeed was relevant.
Now then, my friends, I find myself in need of your exceptional services for a trifling matter.
Juicy Smollett.
Are you familiar with the mysterious
Smollett.
bandit known as the Angel of the Slums? She delivers written declarations to her victims, usually Shinra associates, before divesting them of their valuables.
Everyone knows her. Everything she steals, she gives to the poor and needy.
Yes, she's got a knack for public relations. Very popular down here as a result. Nevertheless, she is a criminal and a threat to the public order. I've made it my mission to unmask the villain, but the locals have been uncooperative and uncommunicative, to put it mildly.
I think the proper response would be to just rob this guy right now.
Which brings me to you.
He's part of the press. He's the enemy of the people. The black gay French actor Juicy Smollett. Was that it? Was it Tawana Brawley? Yeah, I think you're right. Disparaging cheers. I can't remember the names, but boy, it was like this huge thing in I think in the early '90s. You know, there was a trial. Like all these cops were accused of all this stuff, and it was just all made up. It's just completely made up.
Why, hello! What is it? The guardian angel of the slums? Such a mysterious figure. Always talked about, but never seen by anyone.
The angel gets in and out without being noticed and always leaves a calling card. Maybe a magician.
No, it's no magic trick. It's genuine magic. Rumor has it that the angel is a witch.
If we're going by rumors, then I've heard that it's actually a monster in disguise.
Well, I could talk all day about.
There's something about Square Enix games too, is you can always tell an NPC because, like, look at how they dress. Like, it's like she's wearing a no-color shirt and a no-color dress with no texture on it. You know, all the NPCs are just like completely. They look like they're in the background in every single. Square Enix game. It's really funny. I was playing Final Fantasy 12, you know, the other week. I beat it again, and it was what a cool game that is. But yeah, all the NPCs are just, you know, they're made to look like they're in the background. I believe it has to be kind of intentional, you know, because you can't make everybody... Like, look at Cloud. This guy sticks out like a sore thumb. With these, like, 90s hammer pants that he's got going on. You know, and this guy. A doctor in a lab coat smoking a pipe. Yes, I'm from the 1950s. Thank you. Alright, I'm supposed to talk to people about this. I think it's about time for me to go to bed, actually, guys, so... I only wanted to stream for, like, 45 minutes. Maybe I was supposed to talk to more people in here. Maybe this old guy.
What? Do I know the guardian angel of the slums? Well, I don't know much, but I do know she doesn't steal from the poor, and she doesn't kill anyone either. As far as I'm concerned, that's all I need to know.
Oh yeah, there was a black church in Mississippi 3 years ago that was burned and had "Vote Trump" spray painted on it. They found out one of the black church members did it. Yeah, and I don't remember what his motivation was. I think he might have been like angry about something at the church. I do remember that. That was like a whole thing.
What's that? The guardian angel of the slums? Come to think of it, a reporter came sniffing around asking about her.
The NPCs have got to be modeled after after designers. You know I would.
folks around here, the Angel is a hero. I ain't selling
Looks
her
good.
out to
Can't wait
Shinra.
till it's on Xbox. I mean, it'll be on Steam. You know, it'll be on Steam, and then like people will be posting their PC playthroughs of, and you look at it, like, somebody will come up with some super high res texture pack and in VR mode or something. You never know. I will tell you that Oblivion, I think, is one game I would play in VR mode. I've seen a couple people try to do it. It actually seems pretty fun.
I'm sorry we didn't have any useful information to share.
Is that all you needed? If you want to hear about the latest rumors, I'd be happy.
Talk to this guy. There's got to be. I think there's someone else in here I'm supposed to talk to. But who? But who? Oh, maybe this guy. Look, this guy sticks out like a sore thumb. Look at this guy. Or
Good to see you again, Murray.
Good to see you too, Aerith. I'd heard
they actually spent time designing this one. This one has
Cloud, meet
like
Murray.
camera
She knows
angles.
Everything there is to know about the slums. Murray, meet Cloud. He's a former soldier and super strong.
He looks useful enough. The kids have been talking about you.
One thing I've always found odd about Cloud is like he's so strong, but
And now
they really didn't give him a physique to match the sword. It's not like Guts from Berserk, where like Guts looks like he could actually wield his sword.
Not that it's any real secret, considering how chatty the Shinra mutt's been.
Not looking into it for the reporter. I'm doing it for myself. Call it curiosity, whatever.
Or could it be you've fallen under the Angel's spell like so many others? Anyway, it so happens that I have some information for you. But I'll need a moment before I can give it to you. Why don't you wait with that reporter of yours?
She's like total steampunk dig mode. So I got a giant pack full of stuff and some goggles. Yeah. Here we go. Juicy Smollett.
So, any news?
Have you tried talking to Murray at all? She told us that she had some information to share.
Mireille, as in the Mireille? The town gossip? I chased her for days begging for
Oh,
info,
the
but she
Oblivion
wouldn't give us a
faces?
single smack.
Yeah, they're kind of... I use a face mod on them.
You'll bird to talk.
I don't mind them that much, but I still use a face mod.
That's all.
Then quickly, before you have another, tell us. What do you know about the notorious Angel of the Slums? Has she struck again? Is that it?
I don't know anything about that, but I do know where her hideout is.
Her base of operations? Now that's a scoop! Where is it? Tell me!
Deep in the scrap, at Lookout Point. Hardly
I like
anyone
these
goes out
low-res
these
kids
days.
playing in the
It's
background.
perfect
Look at
place
them.
for a criminal to hole up.
Lookout Point. Got it! I'll check it out
I
right
don't
now.
mind the low-res kids and stuff. I really
Before you
don't.
go, I
It's
should
just kind of
warn you
funny
about
that
this
they...
rumor I heard about a terrible fiend that's claimed
You know,
the Angel's hideout.
the NPCs in Square Enix games are just so bland looking.
Quite large, lots of teeth, always hungry. I don't know about you, but I'd not go anywhere near that thing.
Oh, well...
Have you seen those hands in the original PS1? They were just
A good reporter
like
knows
four
never to take foolish risks. A plan
four
first,
quadrilaterals like stick together.
respectable journalist motto.
If it's a plan you're looking for,
Textured
I'd say
in
you have one
some
right
color.
here, wouldn't you?
So, my good mercenary, if I might impose upon you again, it would be lovely if you investigated Lookout Point for me.
Oh man, you know, the original game, I think they had some kind of conflict over the art styles. You know, there's this semi-chibi look for like most of the NPCs, and then there's a... No, that's not gonna be it. Is this it? Oh, we do need to go to Aerith's house at some point. I need to go to bed though. Lookout Point's way over there. Okay. Alright. I think I'm gonna actually call it here tonight. I was so disappointed that Halo Combat Evolved still had mitten hands back in the day. Yeah. I remember the PS2 hands were still bad. Like, I remember playing Grand Theft Auto 3 when it came out, and like their hands were just blocks. And what they reminded me of was Tekken, the original Tekken game in the arcade, because everyone had these hands that were just blocks. And that was it. You know, it's like, oh, this super advanced 3D fighting game looked like crap compared to the SNK fighter next to it, you know? I just remember that very vividly. They were like playing a Tekken, we're like, whoa, Tekken! I'm like, but this looks really bad compared to this other fighting game. But it's 3D! I'm like, it's not good, though. looks bad. But we were really super into 3D when it came out. Like, when Star Fox came out, kids now who didn't grow up with Star Fox, they're like, well, this looks really bad. I'm like, yeah, it does, but it was so big at the time. I got it for my birthday. I think, was it my 10th birthday? 10th or 11th birthday, I got Star Fox. And man, that game was cool. That was such a cool game to have on the Super Nintendo. It was really cool. Anyway, guys, I'm probably gonna call it here. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting with me a little bit. Dunk, dunk, that's my phone on this table. I have a condenser mic hooked up to my PlayStation 4. That's why I sound so good. Yeah, anyway, thanks for chatting with me, guys. I'll probably try to do this more nights. I'm not gonna like schedule nights until I know that I can do it, though. You know, you gotta try something out before you start being like, everybody come watch me. And it's like, oh, it turns out I'm not good at this and I can't put it in my schedule. You know? Anyway, guys, have a good one.